Let folks give folks a second so they can come on in. I hope you're doing good out there today. There we go. Oops. I wanted to play this real quick. A little 2 minute video. Then we're gonna get started.
Assalamu alaikum, family. Welcome back to the Brother Ben X Show. Many people deep. Assalamu alaikum, family. Welcome back to the Brother Ben X Show.
We'll get started
Many
after we
people
watch this
DM
real
or
quick.
comment all the time, and they ask me about quitting your job, or as I call it, firing your boss. I'm a brother who 5 years ago I dropped out of college when many people didn't want me to, and I also ended up quitting my job. Now I learned from the Honorable Minister Rose Farrakhan about the Stillaway method. The Stillaway method, brothers and sisters, is basically while you're on that job, don't let your outgo exceed your income, or else your upkeep will be your downfall. So instead of you trying to get those extra Jordans or that extra car or that extra purse, save that money. Build you a brand on the side, build you a business on the side, or invest on the side. Because your primary goal should be passive income and residual income. And those of y'all who are looking for investments, the best thing to do is invest in yourself. Invest in knowledge, invest in equipment. If you already got a camera, buy another camera. All right? If you already got a lens, buy another lens. If you already got a course, buy another course and make sure that you're honing in on your skills. I can't tell you how many people I've found where somebody is able to pay them, but the skills isn't already there. If you don't have all of the clients yet, if you're not doing all of the work yet, don't worry about that. Don't down yourself. Make sure that you're taking that downtime, though, and that free time, though, to make sure that you're the best of the best, so when you do get the opportunity, you can deliver how you want to deliver. So as you are studying and mastering your skill, begin to apply for yourself. Begin to apply on the side. Then when your side business or investments is able to sustain you, then quit. And lastly, don't go buy things that you want with your income. Buy it with your residual income. Buy it with your assets. An asset is something that's bringing in money residually or maybe passive income, but a liability is something that's taking money out. Think of it this way. How much money am
All right. I just wanted to play that for you. Actually, you let it
I
roll out.
making without having to put in time to make this money? Instead of exchanging your time for money, energy for money, you're making your money make money for you. So that's the word of the day. I know tomorrow is Monday, or if you're watching this in the morning time, today is Monday. Don't think of the job as the plantation. Think of the job as the launching pad. This is only where I'm going to be because this is going to fund my real dream. And don't forget to
I like that, Brother Ben X. Dropping some jewels. And I wanted to play that one because it kind of sets the tone for the discussion today. We are going to be talking about the class today, for the video today, Moors Making Money, Episode 1. Where are the Moorish American businesses? Peace, 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 peace. I'm Rami Salam Mel. I thank you for watching. Thank you for joining. This is a very important topic that isn't covered by Moorish Americans nearly enough, myself included. So I need to do a better job at that. And with that being said, I want to start it off reading some words from Noble Drew Ali to help us to get our minds right, to guide us moving forward. And this is coming from the Moorish Guide, the Moorish Leader's Historical Message to America. Okay? And in this section, it's a very long message, very important message. But towards the bottom, this is the key here. It says, in connection with our religious aims and beliefs, we must promote economic security. The preaching of economic security among us is by no means as widespread and intensive as the circumstances demand. No other one thing is more needed among us at this time than greater economic power. Let me read that sentence one more time. No other one thing is more needed among us, Moorish Americans, at this time than greater economic power, not greater military power, not greater spiritual power, um, greater economic power. Better positions for our men and women, more business employment for our boys and girls, and bigger incomes will follow our economic security. And then just a little bit further down, says our men, women, and children should be taught to believe in the capacity of our group to succeed in business, in spite of the trials and failures of some of them. Trials and failures in business are by no means confined to any particular group of people. Some business ventures of all people fail. We have many men and women among our people who are qualified, both by training and experience, who are shining lights in the business world of all the people. It is a sad weakness in us as a people that we have withheld the very encouragement, support, and patronage that would have made some of our worthy business ventures a grand success. And worst of all, we have joined in the condemnations of them when they have failed. Except in cases of actual dishonesty, discourtesy, lack of service, and actual unreliability. Our business enterprises in every field of endeavor uh, should have lulled our confidence, cooperation, and patronage wherever and whenever they can be given. All right, so I wanted to start off with that, excuse me, because it is as Noble Drew Ali said, there is no one other thing more needed among us at this time than greater economic power. And this is uh this is not this is not focused on enough by Moorish Americans. Um, but with that being said, let me actually first do do what's right, do something that Noble Drew Ali asked us, which is to support and encourage the business. And I want to pull up the article. Should have had it beforehand. We're going to find it. There we go. Bam. One moment here. I got this article sent to my email. Excuse me. And this is coming from the Daily Tar Heel, thedailytarheel.com, serving the students in the university community since 1893. Okay, and this article is entitled, oops, let me drop the link in the chat there for you. The article is titled She Thrifty Apparel Aims to Combat Fashion Waste with Thrifting. And this is by Jenna Roop. Shout out to Jenna Roop. She Thrifty Apparel is a female and quote unquote black owned local business. Is seeking to divert fashion waste by reusing and recycling. Founded in May of 2020, the thrift clothing company was started by Alexandria Monet, a 26-year-old Connecticut native. She moved to North Carolina to attend the Art Institute of Raleigh-Durham, where she earned a degree in fashion marketing and management. Monet founded the company after learning more about circular fashion and the harmful impact of the fashion industry on the environment. Hmm. And I wanted to find the quote here. Here's a quote from her herself. The fashion industry promotes waste culture because its very nature is founded on the next best thing, even though styles and designs come back around every year, Monet said. Here we go. Casey Longyear, who co-owns Rumors Chapel Hill, a local thrift clothing store, said thrifting could have a strong beneficial impact on the planet. There's so much stuff in this world. It's not just clothes, Longyear said. There's so many things that need to be repurposed and reused. There's so many things we don't need to buy new, and thrifting is the easiest way for people to get it. A little bit further down in the article, it says Monet has attributed her gender and nationality to the way she conducts business. Ooh, here we go. Being a Moorish American in business means liberation from a history that was stolen and burned without our permission, Monet said. My nationality impacts my company by constantly being in a state of learning, and that goes from business to the legal system. Wait, shout out. So I wanted to say shout out to Alexandria Monet, uh, and shout out to her thrifting business. Once again, let me get the name of that there. She Thrifty Apparel out in North Carolina. Please look her up. And her name is Alexandria Monet, Alexandria. Alexandria Monet, Monet. Once again, She Thrifty Apparel. So Moorish Americans, if you're out there in the North Carolina area, please go support the business, and show her your support and your love. And support, I mean, that I ain't got no money around here, but you know what I'm saying. With some actual money, you know what I mean, or fiat, you know what I'm saying. Um, but I wanted to highlight, peace, Robbie, peace, and peace everybody else in the chat. I wanted to highlight that business first, before I highlight a more unfortunate reality. For lack of a better way to say it. But when I started preparing for this class, I said, man, let me look up if there's any Moorish American businesses. And actually, there was a site that came up, Moorish American National Republic.com, Moorish American Business Directory. I said, oh, we may have a lead. And I dropped the link so that you can see it for yourself as well. I want us to be very transparent and very clear about this. But when I clicked the link, I saw clearly that it was dated January 29th, 2016. So I got a little worried, a little concerned. Um, but maybe that was just the date of the post. Let me go ahead and click into the link, and then I can see the actual directory. Let me drop that too for you as well. And when I went into the directory, um, I saw a severe lack of businesses. Uh, just scanning through, and if you see for yourself, you can look it up for yourself. I'll have the link in the description so you can follow along as well if you're not watching live. But it has categories for different businesses: advertising and media, public relations, beauty, architects, entertainment, museums, recreation, travel, banks, government, dentists, yoga studios, legal services, moving, storage, natural healing, pest control, funeral homes, massage parlors, cable, shopping, accessories, appliances, clothing, footwear, natural food store, transportation, golf courses, sports facilities, fast food, casual dining, taxi cabs, party bus, hotels and motels, no Holiday Inns, uh, uh, colleges and universities. Basically, I just wanted to paint a picture that they have several, looks like, upwards of maybe 50, 60 different categories for businesses. Unfortunately, just scanning 2, 4, 9, 10, 12, 15, I say no more than 20 businesses are listed in this Moorish American Business Directory. And there's really no excuse for that. That is that's not acceptable. We have to do better. It's not on any other nation or an organization or a government or anybody else to do this, to create Moorish American businesses or a directory that lists the businesses. That's on us. And that speaks to our lack of organization, our lack of communication, the lack of transparency, the lack of following what Noble Drew Ali said for us to establish. You know what I mean? Instead of focusing on trying to travel without a driver's license, or trying to get out of paying taxes, or trying to squat and take homes from people and property from people, instead of doing things that haven't gotten us anything and haven't been productive for us at all. We should be focusing our attention on to what Noble Drew Ali told us to do, that we need to have greater economic power, that we need to develop more American businesses. And I also want to highlight and emphasize that it's not a competition thing. We need businesses of all kind and multiple businesses. So don't feel like because you just may have seen, the sister with the thrifting business, oh, I can't do a thrifting business because we need multiple thrifting stores. We need multiple publishing companies. We need multiple grocery stores and markets, and we need uh, everything possible. We need manufacturing companies of all kinds, socks, underclothes, backpacks, pencils, bags, cups, kitchenware, uh, pillows, toothpaste, tissue, um, band-aids, pens, um, you know, keychains. You dig what I'm saying? Cleaning supplies, containers, whatever. I'm trying to be as random as possible to get you to see that there are no limitations on the businesses that we need. We need all of these businesses. So if you're watching this and you're thinking, well, he hasn't spoke about my business, or I don't know, what if, yes, we need it. You know what I mean? And we need to make it be known. And I wanted to highlight, I started off with Brother Ben X for a reason. Shout out to Brother Ben X and the sisters and brothers in the Nation of Islam. Um, I started off with him for a reason, because if you have been following along or seen Brother Ben X, he actually started a digital real estate. That, apologies, forgive me. I believe that is what it is. I just don't want to misquote it. Yes, digital real estate program, um, for establishing businesses online and digitally. We need brick and mortar, actual walk up stores, but we also need online businesses as well, as we're moving through in the technology age and information age. Um, but I wanted to highlight this as well, because this has been a staple. This has been a staple in terms of the Nation of Islam. Um, as long as I've been alive, as long as I can even remember hearing about quote unquote black Muslims or the Nation of Islam, or out here in the Bay Area, uh, your Muslim bakery, anything kind of speaking about Islam and black people. When it came to that, it was the Nation of Islam, and more specifically, it was this right here, the final call. I know, I'm almost positive you've seen it. Come on now, brother. Come on, sister. I know you didn't see it. When the father called, come in with the suit. Excuse me, brother. Excuse me, brother. You know what I mean? And I got this one from a brother that was walking through, and just passed one off to me. But I wanted to highlight a few details regarding the final call, that are very important. First off, from the jump, volume 40, number 50. Volume 40, number 50. They up to volume 40, so they've been doing this consistently for quite some time. That in itself, should be respected and inspiring. You know what I mean? Especially as Moorish Americans, we should have the Moorish call or the Moorish voice or and we should have multiple newspapers if you know what I mean if we're really being honest. But my point is that we should have a national Moorish American newspaper established. That should be at the very minimum. We should have that. You know what I mean? And right now we don't have that. You know what I mean? So that's something we need to work towards. That's something that we can take the template and we can take the work that the Nation of Islam has done and look at what they have done and use that template for ourselves. You know what I mean? We don't have to recreate the wheel when we can see a program that is working, very well. You know what I mean? As far as I'm concerned. But I wanted to highlight these details real quick of the paper because when you flip to the inside, and it's a beautiful page, I gotta say, in terms of quality. You know what I mean? Let me just show you the quality. It's a good paper, man. You know what I mean? Ink is nice and clean. You feel me? Oh, pardon me. We got international section. We have advertisements. Um, very powerful. But let me focus. Let me focus. The details. Here at the inside of the cover says a message dedicated to the resurrection of the black man and woman of America and the world. Founded by Minister Louis Farrakhan, national representative of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad in the Nation of Islam. Now, right below that, it says Editor in Chief, Naba'a Muhammad, General Manager, Abdul Rasul Muhammad, Managing Editor, Starla Muhammad, Publishing Editor, Nubian El Muhammad, Senior Editor, Askia Muhammad, National Correspondent, Charlene Muhammad, uh, contributing photographer, Harun Raj, Rajai, excuse me if I mispronounced that, staff writer, Nisa Islam Muhammad, another staff writer, Brian E. Muhammad, Tariq Tariqa Shakir Muhammad, also a staff writer, James G. Muhammad, contributing editor, Jennifer L. Muhammad, editorial assistant and transcriptionist, Marcella A.X., executive secretary, Timothy 6X, production manager, Michelle Muhammad, distribution manager, and Deborah Muhammad, subscriptions. We have 4, 2, 4, 5, 2, 4, 5, 10, 14, 16, a staff listed of 16, at least in terms of putting together the paper. And then you have to think about all of the people that distribute the paper on the ground. You know what I mean? Foots and boots on the ground, if you will. um, think about how much business that is. Think about the unity, the communication that you develop with doing something like putting out the newspaper. And this is published, might I say, this is published every week. The Final Call newspaper is published weekly, with the exceptions of the fourth week in February and first week in October. Um, so they've been doing this consistently for 40 volumes. You know what I mean? At least as long as I've been knowing it, and probably, I should have looked up and when to see when the Final Call actually originated. What was the first date? But anyways, my point is, this is a business. It employs people, 16 people at the very minimum, to put this paper together. That's some beautiful work done. Much love to the brothers and sisters that put this work, the Final Call together. Now let's examine ourselves, Moorish Americans. You know what I mean? The people that are with the Moorish Science Temple of America. Do we have a staff of 16 that are helping to put together a national newspaper? Do we? Let's be honest. We don't. And it's not that we can't do it. It's not that we don't have the talent or the skills or the ability or the resources or the technology capable of doing something like this. We have everything we need. What we don't have is unity. What we don't have is us following the program that was laid down by Noble Drew Ali, mind you. Not what such and such said we need to be doing, and not what Cuzzo from the YouTube told us we need to be doing, and not what Lil Mama from around the corner said we need to be doing as Moors, because such and such. What did Noble Drew Ali say? I'll bring it back just in case you forgot. No other one thing is more needed among us at this time than greater economic power. We must promote economic security. We shall be secure in nothing until we have economic power. Then I didn't read that in the earlier section, but let me come down to this one while we're on it. A section called Our Dollars and Cents. Again, the doctrine of economic security is by no means as widespread and intensive among Americans of our group as the circumstances demand. And the more written and said on the subject, the better. Mm, and this is well, I'm gonna hold off on that for just a second. We're gonna come back as I close out with that. Um, so boom, once again, the final call. Shout out to the brothers and sisters of the Nation of Islam for that, the brilliant works that they're doing as it relates to business and specifically with the final call. It's a beautiful example that Moorish Americans we need to be following, and we don't have any excuses not to follow. Peace, peace, peace. Great topic. More money, more money, more money, more money. Yeah, Islam. Know thyself, Islamism, love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Islam. Um, I meant to say this earlier. In Ogun, we exist. The reason they go unnoticed is because they're listed as aboriginals. So that's in closing out, you know, yeah, to summarize, let me read this last little piece from Noble Drew Ali before I say my piece. We need to more we need to more earnestly urge conscientious support of the businessmen and women of our group in their chosen fields of endeavor. The greater success of their business enterprises, the more open gates of opportunity there will be for our youth of today and tomorrow. Think of this fact. We need to urge that our businessmen and women build on the principle of service. We need to urge greater cooperation among them to render courteous, honest, and efficient service to the buying public. They should not expect any support and patronage merely on the grounds that they are race men and women in business. Basically, saying by race men, they're saying by the same race or Moorish, but for the reasons that the service and the quality of their goods and products that they sell are equal in value to the service and merchandise offered to the buying public by any other business people. There should be maintained a cooperative spirit among our businessmen and women to keep their business places as clean and sanitary as any similar places in any other section of the city. There it is right there. Um, that's key. I want to focus on that as well as I close out. That we need to urge greater cooperation among them to render courteous, honest, and efficient service to the buying public. As important as it is for us to establish Moorish American businesses in whatever your field is, whatever type of business you want to establish, we also got to establish a standard of, you know, prestigious, excellent, top tier service, and top tier quality of whatever goods or or services we're selling or offering. It can't be a bootleg, it can't be no funny business going on with our businesses. We have to conduct ourselves, with the highest level of integrity and respect and dignity with our businesses. We have to set that example and set that standard so that when people when people start supporting and coming to our businesses, they know and it'll be expected. Oh, this is the level of service we get when we come to the Moorish American spots. I mean, yeah, that's cool over there, but we gonna go rock with such and such. Yeah, we know may cost $1 more, but their service is ain't nobody giving better service than the Moorish American brothers and sisters. That's the kind of reputation, that's the kind of things that we should aim for with our businesses, not just simply to open up a Moorish American business. You know what I mean? That's not enough. We have to push ourselves. We got to go above and beyond. We can't just above and bay. Yeah. I'm kidding. Um, and lastly, lastly, what I wanted to do is, if anybody Moorish American, if you watch this far, please reach out to me. If you have a Moorish American business, if you have commercials, you know what I mean? Maybe you have a commercial already in the can. Email me, contact me, iamhhtemple@gmail.com. Let me know what business you have. If you have any advertisement, if you have a flyer perhaps, reach out to me or drop it in the comment section. If you're watching this, and you want to promote your business, drop it in the comment. Now is the time to drop it in the comment section. The location, the name of your business, your name, contact information, what you're selling or what service you're providing. Um, yeah. And please email me. If you don't want to put it in the comment section, email me, iamhhtemple@gmail.com. Again, iamhhtemple@gmail.com. Moving forward, well, I haven't given it much. It's kind of on the fly. But moving forward, at least, especially with the Moors making money kind of videos, or when I'm focusing on economics and financial stuff and business, I will advertise some sort of Moorish American business at the beginning or the end of the show, at some point in the show, and I'm striving. My goal is to do that with every video, with every class we're doing, because we need to offer more support and promote each other and advertise. Give space so that other people can advertise their businesses, so that we can be more successful. Yeah. So that's pretty much all I had today in terms of Moors making money. Uh, was there any is there any questions? I covered the business directory. Oh, that's what I did want to say. Closing it all the way out in terms of uh, the disorganization. Is that even a word? Yeah, being disorganized, and with our businesses and not having an up to date directory or website that we can go and find Moorish American businesses. That's an issue. But I trace that issue and the lack of Moorish American businesses in general. I trace all of that back to the Supreme Grand Council, because the Supreme Grand Council had a Supreme Grand Business Manager as a part of the council. And that is the person where all of the records and the accounting would go in terms of taxes uh, for the different Moorish American businesses through the temples, as well as working with the Supreme Grand Council for the leaders of different temples and their businesses to express and inform the people and the public about the progress of their business. And this was done at the Moorish convention, the annual convention that was done every year. Um, so again, we got to go back to what Noble Drew Ali established, back to what Noble Drew Ali was telling us to do. He laid it all out for us, set up the foundation, set up, yeah, I mean, everything we need to do to become, to uplift ourselves and become better citizens and take our place in the affairs of men. You know what I mean? All of that is established, but we got to get back to what he taught and stop following what these other people may be claiming that we need to do. Yeah, I think that is a wrap. Was there any questions before I get up out of here? I will. Let me just wait a second. Was there any questions? Anything about Moorish American business that I wasn't clear about? Um, I'll just read this last little quote as I close out from Noble Drew Ali. We are interested in freeing ourselves and our children from the greatest plight, economic slavery. We believe this can best be done by encouraging, patronizing, and establishing our own business enterprises. Is it enterprises? Yeah. Enterprises and cultivating our own acres of land. We welcome into our folds men and women of all group, of all sections, all trades, occupations, and professions of sound mind and good character. That right there is needed, man. And again, don't matter the business. Whatever your business is, whatever your skill, your trade is, plumbing, mechanics, um, uh, health. If you can administer first aid, we need that. We need uh referees. You know what I mean? If you referee, you get a referee business and you can contract your services out to community leagues. I mean, god dang, man, sunflower seed business, pistachios, pecans, god dang, chocolate chip cookies. You know what I mean? Brooms. You know what I mean? A broom business. I hope you feel what I'm saying. We need businesses. We need more American businesses. So where you at? Let it be known. Speak up. You know what I mean? Turn that light on. Say, hey, I'm right here. Let us know. And if I didn't say that, where you are, say the name of your business, who you are, the owner, um, contact information, services that you offer, and where you're located. Also, that's key. Um, yeah, man. I'm feeling good. I think I'm gonna close with that one. Much love to you. Keep shining. Next time on Moore's Making Money, it will be. I don't even know what the topic is, but I'll catch you next time on Moore's Making Money. Peace and love. Make the money. Don't let the money make you. All right.